All right. All right. Let's go. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach DBA. As always, in the YouTube chat, there's our top step risk disclosure. Everything we say and go over is educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. Once again, welcome. You can see with me, my man, Coach J, my left, your right. How are you doing?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Took a loss in the markets today. A little loss tonight so far. Tried to get long gold here because I thought buying the metals was the right call, but maybe not buying it where I bought it. So doing all right. It's good Monday. Good Monday. Good to be here with everybody. Hopefully everybody's trading well. How are you, man?
Man, it's I'm doing better. All right. I'm recovering after this weekend, both mentally and physically. Mentally because of the Green Bay Packers loss, physically for getting beat up in the ring. But here we are. Someone's saying an echo. It's probably on my end. I'll double check it on my end. But yeah, we're seeing the NASDAQ selling off a little bit. Let's go through a regular rapid fire briefly. Then we'll jump over to the silver markets. We're trying. This NASDAQ sure is trying to break out and make a run to all-time highs. Every time we get down to these 25,600s, the market's just been buying it right back up. We're just hovering right around. We got to 26,000, tapped it, hung around there for just a moment, and we're starting to sell off. This is a range-bound market for sure here in this NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ daily. I think the key for this is the Fed speakers, inflation data. We got CPI tomorrow morning. We got Fed speakers tomorrow. Then we'll have PPI to the following day, right? More Fed speakers throughout this week, but that's going to be of interest, the inflation data tomorrow and Wednesday. And then, of course, what the Fed's going to say. I know the Fed Fund Tool saying that it's like 5% chance that we're going to have a rate cut, but we'll see. This market's reacting after the bell. We're continuing to sell off. It's down, what are we down? About 0.34%. We seen that last night. Sunday night, we were down 1% in the NASDAQ, and we just rallied, and you've seen how that was. But, yeah, are you seeing anything in the NASDAQ before we switch over to silver, or what are you looking at?
Taking a look at the NASDAQ here, I'm seeing a market that's still in a range, right? We traded above that 26,003, well, near that 26,000. We got above it today, right? But I'm seeing potentially a triple top pattern here in the NASDAQ the last 3 days of trying to trade up above these.
Ooh.
Price action above it.
You still there? We lost Jay. We lost him. Well, as we're waiting for him to come back, he just disappeared. He he was like the kicker in Green Bay's kicker, Air 404. We'll wait for him to show up. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, while we are waiting for Coach J to show back up, there you are.
Did I? There we go. I don't know what just happened there.
Air 404. We lost you and your charts, but
yeah, I'll bring them back in just a second.
Okay. Wow.
I was giving out the secrets to the NASDAQ, I guess.
I guess so. We'll give it a second. While you're doing that, let me just do a quick rundown on silver, and then I'll pass it back off to you. 5-minute chart on silver. Man, we're starting to see some selling coming in. We did make all-time highs. We're going to go to a daily real quick. I think you talked about this. You kind of called it a little bit. Like, yeah, it's maybe we do go $200 an ounce, but we're not going to maybe go straight there, seeing some pullback. And it's so freaking volatile. We're down almost 2%. We're seeing movement. We're seeing price action here in silver. I'm looking for maybe a retest of 82.50s could come into play. Maybe some more selling tonight. I mean, we're seeing that volatility. I'm going to keep my eyes on it. If I see anything, I will let you know, but maybe looking for a breakdown. So I'll pass it back off to you, and I'll keep my eye on the silver.
We were talking about the NASDAQ. You should have my charts up here.
Yeah.
But it's a range-bound market, right? It hasn't made an all-time high since the middle of October. Everything else has. It's still very range-bound. I don't know what the market's waiting for. The S&P, Russell, and the Dow have all made new all-time highs, while the NASDAQ's kind of just hanging out here. So we will see. 26,000 is clearly the line in the sand. We're about 3.5% off the all-time, 3% off the all-time high right now. Not really seeing too much tonight. As far as trades, it was a decent trade early, but I could see us going right back into the middle of this range here. Maybe back down to 25,800s. Pull up to VWAP, maybe give an opportunity to sell, but yeah, I could just see this being very range bound. Maybe CPI is the catalyst that gets us out of this range.
Okay.
But yeah, the NASDAQ does not look great compared to everything else.
No. I mean, we did hit 26,000, but it just seems like it keeps rejecting. Nothing really happening on silver right now. I do know when we opened up, we did have that sell-off, very similar to the NASDAQ, just opening price actions tonight. And I'm looking for a breakdown, to be honest. I really am. I know you've been watching gold as well. So I have the silver chart up. I'm watching it. I got the 5 minute on the left. I got my 100 tick over here on the right-hand side. Just trading small size micros, and maybe we do see a push. I'd like to see 82.50, maybe 82.50. It's hard to short this market. I know I joke with you. They just come on, we're gonna short metals tonight, but it's looking like it, because you see where we opened up right there at these 85.20s sell off, maybe some consolidation. You could see where price did hold maybe some lower highs, and now we got to push lower. So I'm curious, does it make sense that we just rally out of that? I'd love to see a sweep of stops, liquidity, as they would say, down here. Maybe a retest of 83. I'm not sure. I'm going to watch it. So go ahead. Let me know if you see anything else on yours.
Looking at silver,
gold.
the first half an hour tonight was a pretty big range. And someone was saying there's a holiday in Asia, I think Japan specifically, but we haven't really seen much from that Asia session open, right? Pretty small 30-minute candle here. We're kind of just trading right in the middle of it right now. I do like for shorts that we're holding under 50% of this opening candle. Metals have obviously been a difficult market to short for the most part. The trend has kind of just been find a place to buy it. But sometimes the best place to buy it is off of a pullback. So you're looking for 83s to the downside. I could definitely see that.
Yes. As soon as I said it'd be tempting to short it, silver's just proven me wrong, and it's just bouncing. I mean,
it's proving you right because you didn't short it.
Ooh, I like the way you think. Yeah, there's 100 ticks, like 100 ticks instantly off those lows. On that note, I am short. I'm short one. Right at 83.95. So I am short one micro here. I'm going to switch it up. And like I said, come join me shorting these metals tonight. But this is just trend. I'm trying to follow this pattern. We're making these lower highs. And I want to see if we can come back down and retest it. And at least it gives me an area of managed risk. Like, if I'm wrong, I know where I'm going to be wrong. And it's not going to be a lot of risk. I'm going to plan to get out of this sooner rather than later. And yeah, we'll see how this we'll see how this plays. Just one micro. What let me pass it on to you while I'm shorting these metals.
I'm looking at the NASDAQ here. We are selling off a little bit, 25,850s last trade here in the NASDAQ. And I can see a test of this 200 moving average definitely coming into play here. We'll see if we get some continued volume to the downside, but so far volume and price have left that first 30-minute range. I like a potential test of this 200 moving average. We got one earlier today. Looking at this as a range-bound market, I think there's some decent opportunity to the downside here. The metals, honestly, I'm looking at gold. I have silver locked out on this account. Looking at gold, we are just in the middle of this 30-minute range. Just not really seeing much direction just yet. Of course, that is not going to stay that way. I doubt that gold is going to stay in a 18-point range for the entire day. But just waiting for some conviction outside of this. I think silver had. Oh no, silver's still in that range also.
Yeah, we're right
Strange.
at 84.
Equities are moving tonight.
We're right at 84 here on silver. I got my finger on the close button. Just don't look, chat. It's being short silver is not for the faint of heart. I did take a short during power hour and it paid off well. That was kind of a breakdown trade, getting with the momentum. This is a little more clinch worthy of going against the current momentum, right? Or at least the immediate. Since we've been bounced, like I said, we rallied 100 ticks off that 83.50, and the overall trend tonight in tonight's price action is down, right? We had that big sell off, and I'm looking for it to have maybe another retest of these 83.50s or break down to 83, and that technically is what I'm seeing as the trade. However, I could definitely be wrong. I wish I knew the future of these markets and the futures.
Man, make our jobs a lot easier if we just knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. If we could see the future, trading futures. Yeah. Yeah.
Make our jobs a lot easier.
Yeah.
Trade's still valid right now. Do we got any news tonight? Anything coming out tonight as far as news? I know right after the close, the president was talking about Iran.
I'll let you take a look because my finger and my focus right now is solely on this micro trade, which is still blows my mind whenever I say I'm in a single micro and I'm seeing these types of movements and actually focusing on it as much, right? Like when you think of micro, I'm like, yeah, set it, forget it, don't think about it.
Not in that market.
Not in this market. No. All right, we're getting some rejection. We're getting some rejection of 84. See if we get any follow through. Just making another lower high, maybe another lower high. Give me another reference point. I would move my stop to 84.06, but I'm going to close it out manually. Too many times I've seen it whip up, tag my stop, and then reverse. Maybe if we do get down here to these 60s. Another negative. I know I don't want to be pointing out these negatives about silver micros, but I don't have that flexibility of scaling in and scaling out in decent sized positions, right? Typically, if this was, say, gold or the NASDAQ, I'd be looking to get in 3-4 micros, and then I could scale out as it's going in my favor and then move my stop loss and be like, okay, this is a risk-free trade. I can let this trade just have a runner. But I don't have that luxury with 1 micro. It's all in, all out here. Let's get one of those $2 sell-offs. That silver's.
That'd be very nice right here.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's go to.
Seeing Kev trades same between VWAP and the pivot point, not awesome. Yeah, that pivot in silver 83.80. Shout out to Coach Paul, who's doing a pivot class now in Discord.
Okay.
In the morning before the open.
Nice. That's man. Like I said, I wish I had that when I was learning to be able to be in a class and talk about the markets before they even open, ask questions, see pivots. That's nice. Look at the indecision right here, just below 84. I might have to just bail on this, man.
She's not really going anywhere yet, right?
Yeah, lots of back and forth price action. Still trying to reject 84 here.
That's VWAP right above you here.
What price do you have VWAP at?
84.03. Pretty much right here right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at NQ. I'm looking at it. I actually maybe short NQ actually in a not in this Topstep account, but
Ooh, okay.
Maybe short.
All right. After this, you're gonna have to walk us through that. Let me and on that note, let me get some music
small
going.
Trade.
We gotta get some music going while we're trading these markets. Let me know if you can hear it or if it's too loud. Always.
Where am I short from? I'm short from 896. Stop is already in profit on that trade. I'm just looking.
Short NASDAQ.
Yeah. Stop's already in profit. I'm not looking for a whole lot, especially with CPI tomorrow, but we'll see.
We'll see. Someone says
nice
too loud.
Mbappe haircut. Mbappe has my haircut. All right. Got it from me.
All right. Silver rejecting 84 again. I'm liking it. This is what I'm wanting to see. This is what I'm seeing. A lower high. Now, if we get momentum lower, I feel perfectly fine moving my stop.
Nice trade, nice hold, rejection off the view up there, and a bounce off the pivot. Whoever said that.
We got a penny.
Yep.
I technically owe someone 1,000 ounces of silver.
You saying from this trade?
Yeah, because it's
okay. Yeah.
It's 1 micro, right? If this contract
what kind of trouble
got
did you get yourself into, man?
Yeah, I know.
Pool hall shenanigans going on.
No, what am I doing? I got my doorbell rang. So give me.
Oh, I thought someone was joining the stream.
Someone's joining the stream and the mystery guest. All right. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of this silver trade. I'm gonna pass it off to you, Coach Jay. I'll be back in just 1 moment.
Sounds good. Oh, there you go. Now you guys got my charts. All right, I'm looking at the NASDAQ here. Like I said, I'm short from 896 in a personal account. Seeing this breakdown, we had the 30-minute with volume leaving the range. So, on one of these pushes up, I got in short a little while ago. Like I said, stop's already in profit. If we trade back above 865, I'm out of this trade. But looking to see if we get down to 25,800s. I didn't put it on in this Topstep account because I was actually trading this one from my phone, where I just took the trade on TradingView. But looking for a little bit of a push again. Back above 865, I'll be out of that trade for about 30 or so points. What are you guys looking at in the chat? Let me take a look at the tilt, actually. I took a long in gold earlier. That stopped me out. So I don't know how many more trades I'm going to trade in the metals in this range. Let's see. NASDAQ's probably going to tag me out here in just a second.
I'm back.
What's up?
It was Amazon. It was weird.
There you go.
Yeah, I've never had them ring the doorbell or come this late at night.
All right, there you go. So I'm out of that NASDAQ trade. 896 down to 865s. It was Green Bay's kicker. He's looking for
Green Bay's kicker. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Yeah. I told him to go kick rocks. All right, I am back into a short silver.
All right.
Now. So let's see if we can get that move I was looking for.
Here we go.
Yeah, so I got out because I just needed to go take care of something, and I definitely don't want to be away from the screen while in a silver trade. But back in, it's still a valid trade. Obviously, see if we get that push lower. If we get that breakdown, I think it's going to be looking pretty solid. Someone said, how did you know to go short on silver? Well, I'll walk through it again in just a moment. Let me just manage this trade. It's just technical analysis. I kind of walk through it a little bit. It doesn't play out 100% of the time. Nothing works 100% of the time. Yeah. Maybe we just rally here. What would be my targets? I would love to see session lows, right? I want this to keep selling off. This 83.60s to 83.75 is a solid level of support and resistance. And when you're short, as we are into support, I'm looking for a breakdown. Obviously, the risk is, guess what? This has been very solid support, and it can become support again, meaning, we could just bounce off of it. We've bounced off it a few times. That's the reality when you play support and resistance, right? Is you're looking at it to break down, and others are going to be playing reversals off of it. And you got into did you say you got into a trade?
No. I'm flat. I got out of that NASDAQ trade I was in. Back above 865, I wanted to be out. So I was short from 897s down to 865.
Got it. Okay.
I'm flat on that.
All right.
Scanning here to see if there's any other opportunities potentially.
Yeah. Let me know if you see it, but I'm going to walk through this trade one more time. So what we're seeing, this is a 5-minute chart over here on the left. Tonight's price action, we opened up here at 85s, right? Big sell-off to start tonight. A little pullback, rally. And ever since then, we've been making these lower highs, testing these 36. What I'd like to see is a breakdown, right? Not a major one. I'm not looking for a big sell-off, but I'm going to look for, number one, a retest of these session lows with a chance for it to break down. Now, when silver breaks in either direction, support or resistance, we can get a lot of momentum. As we know, silver has been very volatile. And so that's basically the play, right? We had that big sell-off. We're kind of consolidating. We're continuing to make these lower highs. And I got in short on this little bounce to go for a retest. Now, it's always nervous when I'm short silver or gold, just because the tendency over the past months, right?
Find a place to buy it.
Yeah.
You'll find a place to buy it to cover.
Yeah, let's find a place to buy it lower, cheaper. So it's a good trade, yeah. And the thing about silver right now with micros and how volatile it is, it's very hard to stay into a trade and withstand some of these back and forth, a lot of this back and forth price action.
Man, I just looked at platinum. It's down 3%. I haven't traded platinum in a while. That is an expensive contract to trade.
Platinum?
That is an expensive contract to trade with a one lot. There's no micros, right? So one lot, the risk above that here, that's $2,200. All right, well, put that on a practice account just to see what the risk was, because this is actually looking like the one metal market that is moving to the downside, right?
Okay.
It may go early. Platinum has been a big percentage mover, but $2,200, nope, no thanks.
Fair enough. Still sitting in this short silver trade. It's looking good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Let's see if we could get... I haven't seen that momentum sell-off that I'm wanting to see. We're starting to get a little bit of it here. Just a little bit.
Nice trade.
See if we get through the... It's tough to hold on to it, though, man. It really is. I'm going to just tighten up my risk. Worst case scenario, I lose. What am I risking? 250. 250. Seeing if we could get that breakdown. It sure is trying, though. We got the top of the hour in about 5 minutes. Typically see a nice little spike in volatility at the top and bottom of the hour here during slow markets. All right, let's flush it. Okay, liking this. Getting closer to the session lows. 44 ticks. If I was in two contracts, I'd close one out right about here. And keep moving a bit. I was short silver in power hour, and where I covered it, it just completely bounced, which
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a good feeling when you cover your trade and it just complete reverse. And so that's what I just was thinking there for a second. I'm like, this is where I'd cover if I was in multiple contracts. And now I'm watching it bounce.
If silver actually had some momentum, I think there's room down to 81 half.
Oh, okay. You're looking.
Just not
what
doing
time frame
it
are
yet.
you looking at?
Looking at a 30-minute.
Okay.
But
yeah, if we don't see a flush here on silver, I just have to get out. I want to see it go here and now. Hey, look at that bounce. Anything? No? My stop loss is at 08, 84.08 half. this could be. I've been in this situation a few times, Coach Jay, where we're just slow when we're chopping and we stay near the lows, but we never do break, and it could be painfully frustrating as we consolidate back and forth because we don't know exactly. Let's just say it does break. We don't know when it would, right? Especially when you're getting in early and not like I'm going to get in only if we start to break, say 83.40, right? The session lows. I'm kind of getting in while we're just in this messy price action. Okay. Save that mental capital.
Right back up to VWAP here. 84.02.
You have VWAP at 84.02?
84.02.
Looks like it. Do I use gold confluence with my? I do not. I do not look at gold when I'm trading silver. Do you look at any of that, Coach Jay?
Yeah, I'll look at them just to see, which of the metals is leading, right? Is silver taking the lead? Is gold taking the lead? But ultimately, once you get in a trade in one, that's where my focus is going to stay.
Yeah. Because there's been too many times for me, at least, where, I've even seen gold and silver move opposite directions. But then you'll get into a situation where I'm like, man, silver's just going, and then gold's not doing anything, or vice versa. And then my expectations. But I haven't been trading silver for very, very long, a few months, right? So it's hard for me to say. But I've done the same thing with, like, say, NASDAQ, right? NASDAQ and, say, NVIDIA or NASDAQ ES. And, like, I have tried that before. Oh, here we go. There's a little bit of volatility right there. Man, see how fast this thing could move. That was the biggest 100 tick candle for a minute to the downside. And just like that, it doesn't mean... I know some traders that they look at the correlation and they do really well. Yeah, that little bounce got sold off. I like it. Let's see if we could get any momentum. Any momentum to this? Give me another reference point, another lower high maybe. Right? We wick to the upside again. Right back to these A370s. Yeah, so I'm still liking this. Just these lower highs, still playing pretty well. Okay, starting to pick up this momentum. This is the momentum I'm wanting to see. 34 ticks in the green. 40 ticks. Okay, break it. Let's go.
Nice hold. Rejection off of VWAP. Can we get follow through?
Are you kidding me? Just as fast as we went down, we go faster right back up, man.
I'm just curious. I doubt it. But is anybody just scalping this range in the metals right now?
Ooh.
That's a scary proposition, in my opinion.
Man, look at this move. We were 40 ticks down and right back up in a blink of an eye. That was going to be it. And buyers just stepped right in. Okay, I'm out. I don't want to risk that. We did not go on that momentum right back down. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. That's unfortunate. It looked like we were going to go right there. And the fact that we could not break down and we're still just... Yeah, I don't want to be involved in this right now. I'd rather... I'm gonna watch it go without me. That's okay. That's okay. Not worth $250. It's just, if we get a clean breakdown, maybe. But the fact that we could bounce, what was that? Just, yeah, 50 ticks is just, wow. It's looking heavy. send me 2.
Yeah, it's looking heavy. It's just not going just yet.
Yeah,
It's not going yet.
Seems like it's the question of when. When.
All right. So
Yeah, top of the hour.
our friend Leslie Paul Farkas here wants to is telling me to remind everybody exactly what is moving silver. It's buyers or sellers, in my opinion. But it says at 9:03 p.m. Eastern time, so in about 50 seconds, silver will be at 84.22. Let's see. That is a bold prediction if I've ever seen one.
All right.
You got 40 seconds, Farkas. If we're not there, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, I still like my analysis, but the thing is, top of the hour came, and the fact that we see this market bounce like this after so much selling momentum going into the top of the hour, I just did not want to hold into that. Like, there's going to be good opportunities, right? Why would I want to hold into, like, this type of price action after we've seen what we got? And I'm $4. $4 after all this. And I'm absolutely happy with that decision right now. Even if it did sell off, I just have to be okay with it.
All right, Farkas, you were wrong there. So now I have to ignore the chat for the rest of the night.
We're not at a... He's never wrong. He's just early. He's just early, man.
I mean, if you give an exact time, you got to be right.
Fair enough. Look at this market just go now. And off we go. Off we go.
Nice out.
84.05.
No, you can't change your price. What the hell is that? You can't do that. All right, but let's focus. Let's lock in here. Nice out there, Dakota. Would you take that trade again, or is it just?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I just would hope that next time it has a different result. I mean, there's nothing we could do, right? It's looking heavy. It looked like it was going to break or at least retest session lows. We didn't. Top of the hour came and buyers stepped in and bought it right back up. And I was able to get out at $4. And wow, look at this thing just go. That's
nice
90
out.
tick. Yeah, this is it's more than 90 ticks now. This bounce from low to high. 100. It's 100 ticks. That's $500 in 1 micro. $500
Yeah.
in 1 micro.
That little move there with a big contract is $2,500.
Oh, trader math.
Yeah.
Oh.
In a range where the market really has not gone anywhere, right? That's a 0.6% move in that last 1 minute candle.
Yeah.
$2,500. If that's not a case for trading the smaller contract, I don't know what is.
Even with these micros, these moves are just ginormous.
Yeah.
It is 10K with
As
5
it's starting to
minis.
push back up here.
Yeah. I've traded minis in my personal, and you see how you've seen how volatile it can be. And we were talking last week on Wednesday, right after stream, and I was short like what was it, 4 minis, and I was looking at the maintenance margin. It was $250,000. It was just insane.
Yeah. With like 4 contracts, right? 3 contracts?
Yeah. Let me see. I can tell you what it is right now. For me anyway, it is the initial is $78,600 for initial short or long in a mini. $78,000 for 1 mini.
$78,000 just to be able to trade. Just to be able to play
trade.
the game.
The short
That's
is
the,
like a short
cost
is
of admission.
$700 more. Insane. Insane.
What's my opinion on potential price action on the NASDAQ with all the news tomorrow morning? I was short for a little bit. Like I said, I managed that trade because I'm not looking for huge extensions in this market before CPI. We are back up at VWAP right now, but I've taken this trade once already. I wouldn't be surprised to see the market kind of range between 25,950 and 25,850. So Yeah, expecting it to be pretty quiet. Of course, anything can and will change, right? A headline could come out and move these markets around. But for right now, I'm just expecting them to kind of stay in this range that we're in. And that's really across the board, right? Even in gold.
Yes. Yep. Ultimately, no one knows, right? No one knows how this market's going to react. Today, Monday, going into the New York session today, I thought these markets were going to get hammered. I thought the equities were going to be lower, much lower than what they were, and they ended up rallying up to 26,000. And I mean, inflation data tomorrow. We have a lot of Fed speakers, so I'm curious on how that will be. I mean, look at silver go. If that was,
Good trade.
I'm like, yeah, if I was short too, this is where I would have closed out. I should have just did that. I should have just reversed. All right. Long. That's why I should pull out the woulda, shoulda, coulda. Here we go. This is just going. Who in chat is long? Traders, everybody, let's do hashtag slow markets. I didn't get to them last time. That's okay. I'll get to them tonight. Go ahead, and there is in the YouTube chat my socials, the Twitter, Twix, and of course, whenever I'm not on air, I try and do my best for the Instagram. But yeah, go ahead and tag me. Look at everyone. Everyone's long. Look at this thing go, Jay. We said
Nice
don't
out.
short equities.
Nice
Or
no, don't
metals.
do not short the metals.
Don't short the metals.
Hey, you didn't lose money doing it, did you?
By the skin of my teeth, man.
Hey, it's good awareness.
I don't see anything that would have led me to buy that, though. That's the thing.
And that's what I'm kind of looking at here. I bought it once. I bought gold once on the Asia session open, right? Looking for a breakout. But right now, am I super convinced about longs here? Right? If I got long in the 90s, am I not thinking about taking profits right now? I have to be.
Yeah.
Right. 4,600's right there. VWAP's below it. Could it break out and make new all-time highs? It could. But what is it showing right now? It's kind of just channeling lower.
Correct.
Right. From the open.
It's just I'm looking at this price action too on silver and thinking, where would I have gotten in long if I wanted to get into a long? Like if I'm sitting here actively looking for a long gold, or not gold, silver, and I'm just not seeing it. We just didn't really get much of a pullback or good market structure to say get in long, unless I was just being very, very aggressive, buying the bottom end of this range where I said I would close a contract for profit if I was short. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it, and that's unfortunate because this thing is moving. But chat took it. Chat took it. Hashtag slow markets up $700. Silver long. Good. Great work. Great work.
I'm gonna paper trade this this short here in gold. I've already taken a couple trades tonight. I'm gonna save the rest of the drawdown that I have for after CPI tomorrow.
Okay.
But let's see if this trend line holds here.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm going to give a couple shout outs on hashtag slow market. Edris says, break of the box on the 5-minute chart, in and out. Trading the micros. Someone got short the NASDAQ, it looks like. Yeah, I got the short NASDAQ to NASDAQ, and they caught a nice move on NASDAQ. Great work.
Chat saying don't short gold.
Silver slippage is crazy. Yeah, slippage can get pretty insane when you're trading silver, especially if you're doing like your stop loss, right? Market orders, especially minis. Long NQ from 859. Man Cave. Platinum.
Notice when silver started moving there, Dakota, right at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
Right at the top of the hour.
Ooh, yeah, I'll get to this one. It says, can you please explain the strategy behind the 100-tick chart? And would you trail it? So I wouldn't say that the strategy on the 100-tick, for me, it's more of just a, let me make sure I explain this correctly. I use it for a more zoomed in point of view. So it allows me to see a more granularized or zoomed in, like some of these pivots on a smaller scale. And it helps me look for price action, right? I'm a technical trader, so I like to see the price action zoomed in, and it's harder. As you can see, you can't even see some of this on a 5 minute. A lot of my setups, I'd say all my setups, is based off of what I see on a 5 minute or a higher time frame. But then the trigger and managing the trade is based off of a 100 tick chart. And depending, and that's why I say it depends so much, is because it depends on the market I'm trading, it depends on the time of day, it depends on the price action that we're seeing, on how I get into the trade, how I manage it, how big of a size. It's so many different ones that I can't, it'd take me a very long time to sit here and go in depth on a lot of it. So just a brief example, right? We just made a lower high on the 100 tick. We broke this pivot. And so obviously I'm looking for this market to, sell off just a little bit, but it's difficult because we just had all that momentum and all those buyers come in at the top of the hour. I'd be expecting, maybe a pivot, like a bounce off in this area. You can see there's some type of, sellers stepping in, some buying and selling stepping in at 84.20s. And it's just a lot of details that you just can't see on a 5 minute chart. Hopefully that helped. Look at the sellers stepped in.
That little trend line is working there in gold. Took the short in practice. Like I said, I'm gonna just a paper trade. It's always the one you should have taken, right? But that's all right.
Yep, it always.
I'm being a good risk manager right now. I use some of my risk budget already. So.
Fair enough. Yeah, this volatility in silver is still there. I mean, it's two directional trade tonight, maybe.
Yeah, I like what Quinn just said here. You using that 100 tick chart is basically your way of reading order flow.
In a way, yeah, because there's no time in a 100 tick chart, right? It's only every 100 ticks, transactions. So in a way, yeah. Oh man, and yeah, remember, I'm still doing those hashtag slow markets, and some of them are coming in. I'm going through, filtering through some. I'll share them in a minute. But I still have my eyes on silver. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I get into a trade and I show it. It's not a hindsight.
Silver doesn't really have that same trend line gold did, or if it did, it broke it.
It was trying to, not like you said. I just have to view silver and gold as two unique,
different markets. Yeah. Yep. What was the all-time high today?
In silver?
Yeah.
We got to 86.30s. 86.30s, yeah. Man, I remember everyone on... there's so many people I've seen on social media talking about how we'll never see all-time highs again in silver at the beginning, after they first originally...
I don't know what makes much sense.
Nope.
Even if I don't know where it's going to go, or I don't take part of the upside move.
Yeah, look at that chart.
I mean, it would be cool if you got it right? But
yeah, to be honest, I mean, it looks like it, right? That huge engulfing sell where we're down almost 10% right there. And if someone's like, hey, you're not going to see another all-time high, I'm like, okay, if we don't, it would make sense. That would make sense.
So I think, and we talked about this actually, if we go back and watch At the Buzzer on December 29th, we talked about this candle. And I think what Coach Paul and I both said was, as long as we don't get a daily candle close below this low, this market is still in an uptrend. Now, we don't know when it's going to clear above it. We actually just cleared above that candle's high for the first time today. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And you think about what caused that candle, right, Dakota?
More sellers than buyers, or you're talking
More
about
sellers
the
than buyers, some liquidation, some margin calls, and things like that.
Yeah.
But the fundamental reason for why silver was rallying didn't change.
Nope. And we said the same thing about gold, right? Gold just kept going, hitting all-time highs. No one really knows at the end of the day, honestly.
Right.
I mean, you have banks, right? Banks struggling. If anybody really knew anything for a fact, you wouldn't. Yeah, it's trying to keep opinions out of these markets.
Yep.
I reposted this earlier. Like I said, I shared my social media where I posted it, and it's funny. Mr. Kramer says, market has a lot wrong today. And I just said, I remember when I kept saying that when the price kept going against my trade. Unfortunately, my balance, P&L, and margin is based off the price, not my opinion. It's just the reality. It's just the reality we live in.
Yep.
We trade what's in front of us.
Jason Long says, never have an opinion.
Never let it affect your trading. Silver selling right back down.
Yes, it is.
That's a good trade there in gold, Coach J.
I mean, am I a trendline trader now? I know there's a bunch of
no comment.
A bunch of
no comment, man.
Am I a trendline trader?
There's nothing wrong with trend lines, okay? Let's just
Nothing
say
at all.
that. Nothing wrong with trend lines. And all right, I got to do some hashtag slow markets here in a second. Shout out to you, Bruno. Bruno, our chat moderator, has a hashtag slow market. Man, Bruno's been trading it up.
What we got from Bruno?
Let's get through some of these hashtag slow markets here. Switch it over to my charts. Here's the first one. We got Stephen Beck. Went with the breakout in silver. There it is. Breakout in silver. Looks like it was a long, beautiful trade. Like to see that one. See, look at all that and 1 micro. Man, that's some good money with a single micro trade. And now we go to the next one. We got JBFX. Silver short. Someone was shorting out that rally. Man, that took some guts. Whatever your process is, whatever your strategy is. I mean, it looks like you're in a similar trade to Coach J shorting gold. But that's a nice looking trade right there. And then we got Bruno watching slow markets. Took a trade on micro silver. That feels like a mini. Look, silver. Bruno took that trade.
Ooh, nice.
That long
Bruno
silver
got long
trade.
there. Nice trade, Bruno.
$500, trailing it up.
Nice
See?
trade.
Trading, the community, trading a lot better than I am.
Crude oil starting to sell off here. Gotta watch that market. There's been some interesting things going on. And like I said, at the close, the president was talking about Iran.
Ooh, okay. Maybe that's markets. Still not
A little bit of selling.
big reaction, though, honestly. Not a big reaction.
No, not much.
Some huevos. I gotta be careful with what I read. Topstep pays out fast.
Iran.
Jason Long, yes. Nothing's changed, honestly. Topstep's still number 1. Nothing's really changed. There's always going to be bumps on the road. It's never straight, right? And man, everyone's that's been trading good that requests payouts. Everything's smooth. I had a red day today, but I don't care. Okay, Richard. Silver and gold just kind of stuck here. Traders are taking advantage. I don't know if stuck's the right word. I mean, there's opportunity. All right, I'm gonna switch up the mood here.
NASDAQ looks like a decent short opportunity here.
No, we did get that bounce, huh?
as well. Yeah.
Silver and the NASDAQ was bouncing about the same time.
Bounce, couldn't get back above 900s. Could see some more selling coming in here.
Grant's got a nice short from 84.45.
84.45.
Yeah, I just have a hard time shorting silver up here, which it sounds kind of backward, right? I was okay with shorting it when it was lower. Why am I not okay shorting it up here, right?
Because it may have broken structure to the downside, right? If what you saw to cause it to trade lower is invalidated, it's kind of like what Hogue was talking about this morning, where he's just like, I don't want to buy the S&P here, but I would buy it higher.
Correct. It sounds weird, and I know it's hard, especially if you're a new trader, and I know that is a hard thing to wrap my head around, where it's like, well, you said you were okay with shorting it for a breakdown lower. This just gives you a better price to short it. I'm like, okay, you know what?
Right.
Without seeing anything else, that makes sense, right? But a lot of my technical analysis was based off these lower highs, and the fact that we were having sellers step in and continuing to hammer this market down into the top of the hour. I was looking for that breakdown, right? Like this rounding top after this momentum sell-off. So that was the technical trade that I was looking for. This buying broke a lot of this resistance, and so it's no longer valid to me. The exact opposite's true now, right? We had that breakout. We're kind of seeing this pullback, and so are we going to see a continuation higher? So it's unfortunate that if this market does sell off, like, oh, you know, it did give me a better price. However, it's no longer valid for me and the way I trade it myself because of that market structure, and that's it. It's a hard thing to wrap your head around. At least it was one of the harder things for me to understand, because if you're stuck with a bias, you're okay with continuing to short it up here, and if it just keeps going up, it's a slippery slope. Hit that like button.
This new playlist, man.
What's that?
I'm liking this new playlist.
Dude, shout out to Danielle and Gabe. They put it together.
Sounding pretty good. Got some of everything. Some jazz, some trap vibes.
It does, and we haven't even heard half of it yet. We have not heard half of it yet. Sounds simple to me. Your trading structure. Yeah. Yep. What are you seeing on gold, Coach Jay?
So the target on this trade was 45.90 to the downside, but let's see if we tap this trend line again and break through it. I may just take the risk off earlier, but as long as it's holding below this, right? Shout out to all the people who joined Coach Ray's classes, but he's looking at this as a channel.
Okay.
Right, we're kind of at the upper extreme of this channel. If it breaks out of this channel, then we're gonna get out. But as long as it holds in this, it should be okay.
Nice. Silver's bouncing now, so technicals is there's beauty in simplicity, right? Breakout, pullback. Do we see continuation? Because we found that support right there. If this continues, I mean, call it out, but don't trade it, Dakota.
Looking long now?
Yeah, well, a little late now. I would love to be in long with the power of hindsight. I mean, there was a shift in market structure, right? That big rally, and that's kind of what I was saying why I don't like shorts. Well, if I don't like shorts, and then we have a pullback, and then I was just saying to break out to the long side. Well, if you don't like shorts, why don't you buy it? Cup and handle? Ooh. Yeah, I kind of see what you're referring to, right? Rally, break. It's just still not the best price action. Still not the best price action. Now we're rejecting. We're rejecting these 84.30s. That's what we rejected before. Okay. All right. Shorts are going to be looking tempting right now. If we fail to break higher. Okay, I'm getting in. I'm in short. 1 micro.
3 minutes to the bottom of the hour.
Okay, thank you for that. That's why I love trading with someone. Yeah, did that make sense? That was a quick decision by me. But see how we were rejecting this earlier? We failed to break out, and now we failed to break out again. And we, like these 8430s, 37s area zone, started to become resistance again. So this is being a little preemptive. It's not going to be a good confirmation until we could break these lows at 8413s. So I'm being a little preemptive, but
just a reminder to everyone, everything we do here is for educational purposes only, not a suggestion to take a trade. Please do not follow any of the trades that you see on stream and trade with your own process. Understand that if you are following a trade, which you should not be, that there is a delay, and accept the owner risk in your trades.
great shout.
Shout out to that Topstep risk disclosure.
Bruno in the chat, thank you. Always gotta remind everyone. Thanks, Jake.
Got you.
Let's see if this plays out. Let's see if it plays out. I like this short a lot better than the other one now. If we do start to break these 84.12s, I have a much better risk reward. Bottom of the hour in a minute and a half. Silver's down. We're at about -1%, which is not much. We've been seeing 5%, 8% days in silver. Coach Hoop, that nat gas keeps pulling back, like you and Paul was talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about natural gas during At the Buzzer today. It trades so low volume right now, but Coach Hoop, I have it in my notes to keep up for tomorrow, because it's been a pretty nice trade over the past couple of days. But it really starts trading around 7 a.m. Eastern time, so I'll take a look at it then. But yeah, the pullback maybe back even to $3.25 here could be a nice trade.
Okay. Natural gas. Yeah, I got my gas shut off today. Forgot to pay the bill.
There you go.
$12, man. I change my credit and debit cards every 3 months, and I forgot.
Yeah.
Like it's a little cold. What's going on?
What's happening here?
Yeah. Silver hanging just under. Maybe go retest these 84s. Can we see it? Okay. All right. My first thought process right now is, where do I manage risk? I would like to see, if yeah, right there. Let's see if we get that. I move my stop loss down to 84.45.
All right, I'm gonna 10% that paper trade in gold. Nice trade here, Dakota.
Thank you. It makes me nervous. That happened way too fast, and buyers just
that low is VWAP.
Instantly stepped in. You said VWAP's at 84.05?
84.06 right now. Yeah, right at the low of that candle.
Yeah, you can see the buyer stepped in like that. Like it was just. What am I doing?
They stepped in right there.
Wow. Buyers just stepped in. Yeah, that's not something to be in. -100. I'm going to bail on that one early.
Not bad.
Remind me again why I'm shorting this market. Silver.
You see a short, right?
I see a short.
You see a short. You don't see a long. If we were, and we are, trading buddies here, zoom out. Right, on a higher time frame, what are you seeing?
I still like shorts, man. I still like the shorts off of what I see. It's like we had that breakdown of these 84.12s.
Where's your risk?
My risk was matched. -$100.
Right.
I'm not too worried about the risk. $100 is absolutely nothing. I mean, it's something, but it's more about the process. It's like, that could be as frustrating as heck. I mean, this breakdown and that fake out right there. It's just, don't short this market. Don't short this market, man. I'd love to take small scalps, but it's just not there. Out. It's just not there for me. Look at this thing just blown out of the water. I need to get long when I'm closing out this trade.
Just hit the reverse button, yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, the one thing you're doing is managing the risk on all of these, right? It's like, we wish we could be right all the time. I'm happy I got out of that trade. If you don't know, the reason why 45.90s was the target on that gold trade to the downside, that's the pivot point for the day. Shout out to Coach Paul doing a pivot point class in Discord before the open. 45.90 was the pivot.
Yeah.
Which is why that was the target.
Both these spike downs too was at the top of the hour and the bottom of the hour.
Yep.
Right at the bottom of the hour. The buyer just stepped up both times.
Time of day is a level.
Time of day is a level. Yeah. And both of them were to the long side.
Yeah.
Pivot points are great if you're patient enough to wait for them. Yeah, that was clean market structure both times. Both of these shorts were just so clean. It's just market's not reacting the way it's just not in the cards today. Goes to me. The 5-minute chart shows a breakout, sloping resistance, then come back, retest, bounce of making support. Thought. That's what I was looking at, right? That nice breakout, and then retest of support and looking for a long. But the fact that we rejected, this is what I was pointing out right there. We rejected, made me look for a short back into this range, and I liked it. But bottom of the hour came in again. It spiked the volatility, like top of the hour, bottom of the hour, we're seeing a spike of volatility, and it just ripped higher. Like buyers just came in and ripped up higher. And all I could do is exactly what I did. It's just get the heck out, cut my loss down $100 on 2 trades. I could have easily just let both of them hit my stop loss. I'd probably be down like $600 or $700 if I was just not cutting when I see that momentum come in. And now we just wait. We just wait for another setup. Like that's all we could do as traders. And no continuation on that bounce.
Good risk management across the board, man.
Thanks, Jay. Yeah, all we could do is wait. Wait for another setup, see another setup, take it, manage risk. And then again, both of these setups could have played out really well. I'd be up, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll be up $1,000. You just never know with these markets. Live to trade another day.
I might be a trendline trader, Dakota.
Let's see it.
Did it again.
He's short off that trend line again in gold.
And these are just practice account trades. I have taken a $900 loss tonight trying to buy gold. So I'm going to be patient, wait, and use the rest of my risk right now. But we're at the screens. I'm just practicing right now. See if we get down to those 45.90s again.
Turning into a trendline trader. It's working pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no silver though. Hanging out.
How can I get a practice account? You go to your Topstep dashboard and you go to the accounts tab.
Yeah.
Accounts, add-ons, and you subscribe to a practice account from there.
Yeah, it's free. It's free.
No offense. Anytime someone says no offense, they're probably going to say something offensive. But you are being a coach and showing trades on a practice account. Yes, I think what I'm showing as a coach right now is proper risk management. Like I said, in my express funded account, I took some trades before we got on stream, down $917. So as a good risk manager, I'm not going to force trades during low volatility time.
I agree. I will always say this. There's nothing wrong with, demonstrating, showing in a practice account. always been for that safe, because that's what you're doing. You've never done that before, right? Like, that's not your process, is selling trend lines or doing trend line trader, but you can practice it, right? Don't put your own capital at risk if you don't like the trade or you're going to force it. I do it so many times where I just, okay, I'm going to switch to a combine or a practice account. I'm not going to risk it, and you test things out.
Yep. And I see a bunch of people asking, how do you get a practice account with Topstep? Accounts, go to your dashboard, go to the accounts tab, go to add-ons, and you can add the practice account from there.
Yep. The Topstep dashboard, account, add-ons, add practice account. Yep. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. I blew mine up during the reversal challenge. Silver's still trying to reject.
If there was a trade that I would want to put risk on, it was probably the short of the NASDAQ up near those 900s, but
I'm going to go through these songs. I want to hear this playlist. We're only halfway through. Silver getting bought up again. So we made another pivot here at 84.28. No offense, but I'm offended.
I didn't take any offense to that comment.
No,
right? It's all right.
I don't forget, Giant fan. You said go Bears at the beginning of slow markets. I'm making a list. I'm making my list. Started yesterday. Everyone who said go Bears, I'm just writing your name down. So when they lose, I'm shouting you out.
Hopefully that's a San Francisco Giants fan. I don't watch baseball, but I guarantee they're doing way better than the New York Giants. Guaranteed.
Yeah, the Santa Rally was canceled for a reason. 84.40s. Just a little calm in these markets. CPI tomorrow, inflation data. We got CPI, then PPI. I think the biggest one is just going to be these Fed speakers. I wonder if they're going to be answering questions on what was it? The lawsuit, the investigation. Yeah, cheese grate. Coach Hogue with the cheese grater.
Yeah, Hogue with the cheese grater was great. So I got a question here. Wednesday, do we actually think we're getting the Supreme Court's opinion on tariffs?
Ooh.
They delayed it. It was supposed to be last week, Friday, I believe.
Friday.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Friday. They pulled it off the calendar, and then they moved it to Wednesday. That could be the biggest news of the markets.
Yeah, I see.
We saw the president mention tariffs after the close today, saying any country or company that does business with Iran and the United States is going to pay a 25% tariff. The week the Supreme Court is supposed to be making or giving us their opinion on tariffs, so it could be interesting for sure.
I seen that too. Silver breaking out now, so that is for those who did buy this beautiful trade now with the power of hindsight. As long's getting paid tonight in silver. Close your eyes about what. Easier said than done. Easier said than done to just buy these metals. Yeah, I seen that too, Coach Hoop, about the credit card rates.
You think that's gonna happen?
I don't know. Hopefully, I why not?
Yeah,
I think lower credit card rates benefits more people I know than don't.
Oh, for sure. It'd be a good thing, right, with the state of consumer credit right now, but
I think so. I think growing up, what I seen was just a lack of financial literacy, and not a lot of people really understood credit card debt and how much it actually can compound against you. So it sounds nice.
Gold is starting to break out of this trend line now.
Yeah, silver's
Out of this channel. Silver's breaking up to the upside too. Nice out, man. Nice out. I know you didn't catch the long, but that is a winning trade right there. Winning trade cost you $100.
If I would have bought when I closed that first trade out, man, this thing's just going. Just buy it. Can be an endless hole for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be a double. Remember, this is my opinion. It's not financial advice. It's purely my opinion, right? If credit card rates are capped at a lower percentage, then it's going to be a lot harder to get a credit card. The standards of getting a credit card would be more strict. All right, up here at 84.75. All right, mid says 32,000 silver longs. Locking it up. Good night, boys. Okay. Nice work.
32,000.
Just a quiet $32,000.
Midas blends. Nice job.
Wow.
I know King Midas usually turns everything he touches to gold, right? But
silver. Turning silver into gold.
Maybe King Midas is yeah. is a silver guy now. Nice trade.
Yeah. Very nice. I mean, during fast markets, we see when JD, they bring out the top P&Ls for the live traders and the payouts. Some of that money is being made right now in this price action. He's now
good point.
I tried to turn lead into gold. It didn't work out. But that may be a good thing. Yeah, Phoenix. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just it's the reality. $84.65. I'm watching. I do want to get into a trade, but I need to follow my process. Obviously, would have loved some longs in silver with the fact we're continuing to rally. Settlement is not too far from here. Settlement is what, 36 cents. Look at this go. Get in with momentum. I'm not going to chase this market though. I need that sorcerer stone. What are you seeing, Jay?
A lot of chop. A lot of chop. Silver's trying to push higher.
Silver is pushing
but it
higher,
is pretty choppy here.
Yeah.
I'm looking at gold as well, right below 4600s.
Okay.
These markets are trying to choose a direction, but I'm, just keeping in mind that we have CPI tomorrow. So how much of a directional move am I looking for tonight? We had a nice sell-off early. Looks like we're about to recover some of that potentially here. But when I look at the markets and they look like this, I see trouble. So what I start to do is to plan what tomorrow looks like. I actually really do welcome consolidated overnight ranges because that means we may get, expanded ranges during the New York session. But now I'm telling myself, you got to have an account to be able to trade it, right? So you've taken a couple opportunities to the long side in gold. They didn't work out. Now it's about capital preservation until tomorrow's session.
Look at silver. Silver.
There it goes. Or you could just be buying the metals, right?
Or you just be buying the metals, right? He's joking about shorting it and saying just finding a place to buy. It was on discount. It was discount down there at those 83s. And here we are testing 85 right here in silver. Bitcoin is slightly down. Spot taking around 91,000. I'm looking at the rest of the market. Not really any movers. The biggest thing I see is just Amazon down 0.5%, which is just very minimal. The rest is just break even, down 0.25%, maybe. Not much going on, like you said.
Oh, the metals feel like they want to go now.
Yeah, they do. Okay, something's going on. Look at that move. Okay. All right. We failed to buy the dip. Do we go to all-time highs? All-time highs. 86.30s. 86.30s. Silver green. We blew through settlement. Silver is now up 0.25%. We were down almost 2%. We're now up 0.25% here in silver. Who's long? Who's still long from way down there? I've seen a lot of traders when they did hashtag slow markets that were buying it up. Man.
The top of the hour could be real interesting here.
In about 13 minutes.
For 13 minutes, yeah.
EKS. Silver turned green. I said market open. I wish I was long. Me too, chat. Me too. Just going. We were down 2%. That was an opportunity, man. That was it. Session highs will be at 85.48. And it hasn't really been much of a pullback. We got that one where I tried to get in and we just broke out, and right at the bottom of the hour we just went. Buyer stepped in. Through 85s, not looking back. Marcos up $1,000.
What was settlement in silver? Give me 1 second. I'll get you that price.
12 cents lower. 8 cents.
12 cents lower?
Yeah, it's like 85. What? 85.
85.09.
85.09. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone says back to all-time highs. Well, it's not too far. We are not far away from all-time highs. 86.30s. 86. What is it? 86.35 is all-time highs here. Made that during the New York session in the morning.
Yeah, we're just a few percent off.
Yes, we are.
About a 1.25% off. That could happen if we see some volatility at the top of the hour. And we've seen it for the top of the hour and the bottom of the hour. We've seen some volume step in here. We're seeing it now. This could get very interesting here.
Yeah, look at this move right there. From when I X'd my first short position down there at 83.60, that is a 350 tick move. 2%, over 2% here in silver. So 350 ticks. Let's just do the math. I love doing this so trader can realize how, with one micro, that's $1,700, almost $1,800 with one micro. Someone caught that.
Cost you $100.
I'm down to $100. That's a win.
Cost you $100 to see you were wrong. That is not bad at all. That is a win, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when I am right, let's see it go to bigger dollar amounts. I always love to have a better risk reward.
Gold lagging behind. Yeah, it is. Holding above 4,600s right now, though. Here in gold. So I keep making this joke about being a trendline trader, right? But what Coach Ray would do is start to look for longs on the candle close above this trend line in gold.
Yep.
Closed here. We got a pullback, tested it, and we're up 6 points from there.
Exactly. Technicals, baby. I love them. Look at it go. Look at this thing go. Now silver is now up 0.5%. Gold still down 1/4, but it's recovering some. Silver's just on another level. It's putting the NASDAQ to shame with the volatility.
Oh, yeah, NASDAQ's asleep right now.
Yeah. We did just tap session highs here in silver. 85.50, 85.5. Where's Dobie? Dobie said he dabbled in silver the other night. I remember that.
So the question is there, I'm not necessarily looking at silver, but is there an opportunity to get it in long on a pullback here?
I'm not seeing a pullback, man. I'm looking at this
if there is one.
It's just straight up. This 5-minute chart's just straight up. Zoom into 100 ticks, sure. But that's a difficult one. It's like when the market, like the NASDAQ, for example, is just rallying and it just pulls back 10 points and then just keeps going, right? That's kind of what this feels like. And then when you do get in long, it dumps.
Hey, right. You buy the high of the move.
I know, dude. Exactly. Nothing else in the market's moving. Just silver. We're trading the active one. Does silver move more because there's less liquidity than gold? Not necessarily. It's more volatile right now. Oh. So I'm trying to answer the question, why is silver more volatile than gold? It's smaller, right? So it's only $85 an ounce opposed to 45, 46. I'm having a brain fart, dude. Do you want to take that one?
The volatility. So if you compare silver to let's look at like a daily ATR, right? A daily ATR in gold right now is $85. The daily ATR in silver is $4.49, right? That's double what it was a month ago and about 4 times what it was 6 months ago, right? So the market participants who are in this market are dealing with volatility that they haven't seen before, partly because there's a lack of liquidity, right? How many traders are there?
Yeah.
How many speculators are there joining this move, right? On either side. It's a lot easier to speculate when it doesn't cost more to speculate. And it's costing a lot more to trade silver right now. So you're going to see less market participants in it. For the most part, the market participants that are probably in this market are the ones that have to be, right? Producers and users of silver, where, again, increased margin requirements is going to keep most speculators out of it. And you need speculators to provide liquidity to the markets. Increased margin might scare them away.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Like when we switch over to, say, the ES versus the NASDAQ, for example, the ES has a bigger order book. Like there's more buyers and sellers at the bid and ask. And the NASDAQ, it's like single digits, maybe double digits. And the same with this, right? Silver versus gold. You pull up the DOM, the order book. I'll pull it up right here. Here's the order book. It's just lower single digits. This is micros too. Let me show you minis. Yeah, let's go to minis. Look at that order book. There's just nothing there.
That's insane. There's gaps in it right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing at 310s. Somebody's on the bid here. 23 contracts at 85,245.
Yeah.
But there's gaps below that.
Yep. All-time highs in price discovery. That's what's going on. And just, yeah, it's a little scary looking when you go to the minis. And these are micros, and it still looks not very liquid, right? Still just single digits. And then we do that. I'm going to go to the micros on the NASDAQ. Let's go micros on the NASDAQ. See, it's a little bit better. Then we go to the micros on the ES.
Somebody says makes the Nikkei look liquid. Maybe. I did just pull up a Nikkei depth market, and it's similar. Actually, is this a Nikkei?
Is it? It should be ones and twos, single digits there. But look at this ES though. See, there's 20, 40, 50 at the bid and ask here in the ES, so it's not moving as much. And then bonds is just as bad, right? Bonds, it's
got thousands.
Yeah, then we go to the silver, and it's just insane. Very great. That's liquidity.
The DOM is not showing Topstep users. It's actually not showing most Topstep users unless they're on a live account, right? It's not going to show sim data. The DOM is the actual depth of markets, right? So any live orders that are out there, which is why when you hear us on fast markets, we're like, hey, there's 1,000 lot trading in the NASDAQ. That means something, right? Because we don't know what that person's intentions are, but someone's trying to trade 1,000 lot in the NASDAQ. That's something to pay attention to.
Yeah, and it's the entire world, like the entire market, right? Ooh, here's a good question. Leslie Paul says, okay, what's the largest market, period? I would lean towards Forex, like the euro dollar, but let's hear it. What is the largest market?
Largest by volume traded, if you're just talking futures, micro NASDAQ.
micro NASDAQ for futures.
Yep.
Someone says treasuries, bonds. I'm leaning towards 4x like the euro dollar in terms of volume.
Yeah.
In like the trillions. Someone says, Coach Hoop says 10-year.
Hoop, does the 10-year trade more average volume than the NASDAQ does on a daily? Or a micro NASDAQ?
Man, there's no way that the 10-year beats the euro dollar in terms of size.
All right, so 10-year average volume for futures at least 1.289 million. Micro NASDAQ 1.21 million. Yeah, so there you go, Hoop, the 10-year. On average, right now at least, right? We've seen the NASDAQ obviously trade lower volume over the past couple of days.
Now look up the euro dollar.
Euro futures.
No, not futures. Just euro.
No,
dollar.
euro dollar. Got you.
It's probably billions. I don't know anymore. But there's not a market that could the size of 4x. It was the world's banking system, right? When I looked, it was in the trillions, but it's been a while since I've been in 4x. Wish you never asked. Well, he asked. Hey,
Why did you ask? What was the intention behind that question?
Yeah, you ask a question, we answer it.
What did you mean by that? It's 4x period. There you go. Okay, there you go.
That's a general answer. Come on, we're going in depth here.
Right.
85.32.
Because I'm a jerk. Okay, there you go. So I think Farkas is giving us the pass to just not read any more of Farkas's comments for the night. Being a jerk right now. We appreciate you being here, though.
Let's see. All right,
we know you're joking.
Is this the euro?
Here's a question.
Can I share this, Coach Hoop? Sorry. Go ahead.
Alex is asking, how do you see your depth of market? You need to pay for level 2 data on the Topstep dashboard. If you look at a DOM right now and you don't have level 2 data enabled, you're only going to see one price up, one price down.
Take a look at this picture that Coach Hoop just sent me. Ooh, make sure I had to pull up the correct one. This, I know it's a little bit blurry, but I think you can see the overall idea. The euro dollar pit, 1994. It's huge. It's huge. Wow. Yeah, wow. We're hanging out here. That looks miserable. Oh, man. One person gets sick, they're all getting sick.
Yep.
Let's keep going through this playlist. I'm not seeing any trades here on silver. It's been just straight long since since we started slow markets. There's some shorts, but all longs. Imagine COVID at the time. Oh man. $85.30. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. We are at time. Just looking at these markets real quick. I thought we was going to see a little bit more movement at the top of the hour, which we're not seeing very much. It was a good session. There was opportunity for sure. Unfortunately, I was on the wrong side of the market after that sell-off, and we just had that breakout. Any closing remarks, Coach Jay?
If the morning is your best trading time, save your ammo for the morning. We got CPI tomorrow, sure to give us some volatility in the markets. If you took advantage of what you did, of what the markets did tonight, you made some money. I think locking it up right now and trading tomorrow is not such a bad idea. That's what I'm going to do. And trade well, everybody. Don't try to guess where the market's going to go for CPI tomorrow. Let the market decide, and then take your trades from there.
Yeah, price action's king. And now we're starting to see, well, silver like that, Coach Jay. Silver's starting to rally off it. I'll be on first thing tomorrow morning for fast markets. Man, Jay, you're gonna be on there too, it looks like. And
yes, I am.
Yeah, I'll be on 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then I'm gonna even stay to hang out with my man Dobie and JD. God,
Nice.
I'm still gonna I'm gonna hear it all week with the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers. But that's all right.
You gotta buy like a Bears helmet or something and just wear that. For
Nope. I'm doing my walk of shame this week. Okay, doing my walk of shame, and it hurts, man. It hurts.
Hey, man. There's always next season.
There's always next season. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it there. Tomorrow, slow markets again. The silver is just continuing to just move. It's almost up 1%. Trade safe, trade smart, always use a stop loss, and I will see everybody bright and early tomorrow morning. Thanks again.
Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already.
100%. And subscribe. We got to get to 200,000.
198.
We're so close. So close.
So close.
If we get 200,000, I'll probably stop shorting silver. Probably be bad.
Get us to 200,000 subscribers so we can buy the medals. We appreciate you all being here. Have a good night.
Good night.